Hi there. I just wanted to share with you one of the ways that I de-stress. So this is what Zen is all about, is to try and calm your mind down and come into the present moment. And I've had one of those days today, a 14-hour day of just running like a mad chook from one thing to another to another. And I've been very frazzled all day, haven't had a single minute to just calm and centre. So the way that I'm going to get to sleep tonight is by calming myself down with some Zen doodles. So we're doing a thing at the moment called doodle bugs, and this involves doing some ink drawings every day for the whole month. So this is all in line with the Inktober challenge that's on in the world at the moment. So I've started my doodle bug for today. If you want to have a copy of each of these doodle bug prompt sheets that I'm publishing, all you've got to do is comment "gimme" below, and I'll invite you into the area where you can see all of the doodle bug sheets and be able to grab hold of them as soon as they're published each day. So I'll just flip the camera around. Bonjour Cecilia, comment ça va? My friend Cecilia in Normandy in France is online while I'm in Brisbane, Australia. So I'll just switch the camera around and have a look at what I'm doing. So for Inktober, we're trying to use ink as much as we can, but you can also just start off with a pencil outline. So I've given you these sheets that have got a pale pencil outline, and I've done a lot of work on this one already. So the black ink lines are all my play that I've been having. So I'm making a pile of different Zen tangles or doodle patterns within each area in this overall design here. So I've got a whole pile of different patterns that I can use. You can go and Google some of these patterns. The Inktober prompt word for today is fancy. So we're going all fancy with doodling patterns all over an interesting shape. I started off with a yin-yang symbol, which is a lovely symbol of balance and harmony. And then there's some extra swirls in there just for a bit of fun. And so I'm just filling in some of my favourite doodling patterns to get this sheet filled up with all lovely, pretty patterns. It's quite a mindful job to do. You don't actually need to think too much. So it's a way that your mind can actually relax at the same time as making marks. So it's less stressful than actually trying to draw an object in real life. So this is a really nice exercise just to wind down with at the end of a busy day. So I'm going to keep filling in these lovely little spiral shapes that I've drawn these lines here, and I'm just filling in my little fun little spiral patterns in here. So I always recommend when you grab one of your doodle bug sheets that you start off with a warm-up exercise, which is getting this you design a number over the little symbol that I give you. You can design your own number for the page so that when you put them all together in a book, it's gorgeous to flip through and see the numbers. But I also wanted to show you another way that you can take a little bit of the stress off. When you're doing this sort of exercise, some parts of it might feel a little bit boring. Like I find that with this really fine pen tip that I'm using, it's a bit boring filling in. I want to fill in all of these dark black lines here, but to try and fill it in with a little tiny fine pen like this is a bit boring. So you can use other sorts of pens, and I've got this set here of these are beautiful Winsor & Newton watercolour markers. So they actually have two different tips. They have a fine tip on this end and then a fat tip that's more like a brush on the other end. And so I've got one that's a nice black colour. So I can use either the fine end, and I can just fill that colour in really fast. Just by using a different bit of pressure on the nib, I can just really quickly fill it in. So anyone that's done any adult colouring might have come across some of these tools. They just take the boring part away and help you to just speed up where there's a job that you need to do with your little design, and that's all just done already. So if you've got a large area where you want to add in the black, then you can use this soft brush tip end as well. So that's just to share with you what I'm up to for de-stressing and getting mindful and getting back into my Zen mind to calm down at the end of the day. And if any of you would like to grab free copies of these downloadables, the Doodle Bugs sheets, then just comment "gimme" underneath the video here, underneath the post, and I'll be able to make sure that you get a copy of these prompt sheets. They're totally different every day. So I'm going to keep going with this. I've just got to finish a little bit here. I'm going to make this into bricks and then one more little pattern, and then I can rest. And I've already felt myself calming down as I've been doing this and becoming more centered. So that's the fun for today. And comment "gimme" if you would like the downloadables. And thanks for watching.